You can't win for losing. You done bought yay to the strip, bought K's to the strip. But no matter what you do, they don't appreciate you. Salute to Mitchie Slick from the West Coast. There you go. That's a hook from a song of his I heard years ago. I don't know. It just felt appropriate. Math Hoffa. People have jumped in my comments from my last video. I get the most pushback from my Math Hoffa videos. Yeah, maybe that might be it. I don't know. I got never mind. That's irrelevant. Of my friends, I feel like he's the most hated on. He might be the. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. Well, what I'm getting to is, I've seen more videos of people dancing on the supposed grave of my expert opinion or whatever. I'm not really worried about math. I know math will be alright. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing a lot of people some people doubling down on, I guess, doubling down on the disrespect. But just like talking about he don't take accountability. Somebody was in my comments talking about Rock, you know you biased, you his boy. I'm like, I know I'm biased, you know I'm biased. What I don't think y'all know is y'all biased too. Well, they are, or a lot of y'all. Because like in my comment, you talking about, in the same comment, he said, I mean, salute to the gentleman who left that comment. But he speaks about son not taking accountability for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For none of the things that happened in, in the my expert opinion saga. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm like, I know I'm biased. I know I'm biased, but I think y'all biased. I'm like, you spoke about him not taking accountability when in fact he did. Right in the video, well, I think he was referencing the same video I was just referencing. In the beginning of the video, he said that he didn't know much about business. He didn't handle shit right in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't know, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really know what he was doing. He used to just be all his money from before this came from on the street and battle rap. And battle rap was like the streets. So now when it came to do something, quote unquote legitimate, you know what I'm saying? Not to say battle rap wasn't legitimate, but on a more, on what y'all call, what they consider legitimate business, paperwork and all of that, right? We didn't do it all the way right. You know what I mean? You know how many times, like, subleasing is always a problem. Not always, but it's very high potential for problems with subleasing. Anytime you got a subleasing situation, it better be at least one very solid relationship there. You have to be you better either have a very solid relationship with the person in the middle, or the person in the middle has to have a very solid relationship with the actual owner or landlord or whatever the term is. The owner, the renter. Real talk. Because if it's shaky between them, the middle person, the actual lessee or leasee, if it's any kind of friction between them and the owner, you coming in is it's not going to be good. Oh yeah, and on friction, but that's a real situation, and you people talk about, all right, it was said that the light bill, just pay the bill. You ain't got the money to pay the bill. If views is down, this, that, and the third. Okay, so I could just charge you $2,000 for a pair of cheese Tims, and you know what they supposed to really cost. You just gonna pay it just because you been buying your Tims from this store, right? All of a sudden, for some reason, they $2,000 when they was 200. And you not gonna flinch at that. You're not gonna frown at that. You just having that. Just because you been getting your Tims from this spot, you not supposed to. Like when you pay bills, you know what your bills are supposed to be. I'm bill paying ass niggas. When you know if something is off. If somebody feels like it don't matter if I got $2,000 for the pair. If I have 2,000, I'm not paying that for no Timberlands. So a dispute, a conflict can happen and whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all see Raising Canaan? Canaan moms, she sit down with the Asian man and he like, yo, I'm raising your price 20%. She like, what? How you doing that? And then she didn't pay it. We'll see what happens next episode. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, be landlords that be on bullshit. Yeah. Somebody in my comments said, and don't nobody come in my comments now talking about, yo, you ain't gotta pay no attention to the people in your comments, pay them no mind. This is all part of the process. That gives me more content, more to talk about. Right? But somebody said he could have dispelled the myths by just producing the the $7,000 light bill, and he could have dispelled the myth by listen, B. First of all, how do we know he won't? We didn't know that. You understand what I'm saying? That this shit only been a day or a couple of days, couple of days. And I mean, second of all, why? Why I gotta be a myth? Like, why you like? If a nigga tell you he got beef with the landlord, like that shit happens. Like if a nigga tell you, like, yo, I mean, maybe whoever said that maybe he shouldn't. Whoever said to all of those who say you don't get on business. Like I guess quoting what Gat Murder says. Salute to Gat. You don't get online and put your personal business on there and then get offended and then get mad when people criticize it. I'm just saying, as a content creator, you know what I'm saying, whatever is happening, I'm picking this up from the people who've been reacting to it. Everybody's like, yo, I've been starting to see Math do vlogs from his crib now and this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Niggas was already noticing something, blah, 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 blah. So it ain't nothing wrong with explaining to the people, to your fan base who were more than likely wondering that this is the situation. We're going through transition. Everybody get online every day and brag about everything good, but don't nobody talk about when they got punched in the face. Don't nobody talk about when they got evicted. Don't nobody talk about when they sneaky when whatever sneaky dirt they was doing got blew up. You understand? And you just thanking your lucky stars that shit ain't online. You understand what I'm saying? When they girl cheat on them or when they girl catch them cheat. Ain't nobody talking about none of that. When they broke, when they starving, when they struggling. They get hit upside the head by life. Niggas don't talk about that. They just want to we all just get online and we talk about everybody else's downfall. So when somebody gets online and tells you that you going through that they're going through something themselves, niggas get online and it's like, oh, he capping. It's good. Either he capping or it's good for him or both. And I think that's corny. I mean, I'm not the authority or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just framing it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? You can agree with it or don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm not saying that y'all comments about the Fat Joe thing are invalid. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that y'all comments about the FBA thing are invalid. They not that may all be valid. Like I got some of the smoke for them, for him and Fat Joe. I mean, not a lot, but even in my comment section, and people was like, "Yo, Rock, niggas had smoke," right? So I can clearly see that it did have some effect. I don't know. I can see that it affected some people. I don't know what the blowback effect for Math Hoffa was. I don't know. I'm not watching his numbers like that. I watch his content, not his numbers. Mm. So yeah, people think I think people think accountability is supposed to look like groveling or extreme hyper humility, where niggas like, damn, it was my fault. You gotta say, like how you gotta say it. The man said, "Listen, it is what it is. Like I didn't handle things in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't handle things correctly. Entered into a sub. As soon as he said that, I was like, oh, that's the problem, because I know I've been there. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, it's all content, right? It's selling cap as opposed to selling crack, right? So y'all can get online and talk about a man in a manner that I know you wouldn't talk to that man face to face. Some of you, you, and you. I know you wouldn't, because I know him. And I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but I look at y'all niggas and listen to y'all talking. You niggas is ass. Some of you niggas. I shouldn't say that, but not about that life. Couple of you niggas I know would not. It just is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? But pause protesters, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide. President, I'm the king around here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm out the damn floor with you if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all the notifications. If you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks. Or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App. Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rapping than hear me yapping. Yeah. It's a new mixtape there. It's called Nonviolent Rocko. You understand what I'm saying? It's it's a collection of songs where nobody gets hurt in the songs. You know what I'm saying? Nobody dies, nobody gets hurt, no violence on other songs. But the songs are still gully though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, well, just listen. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a whole bunch of sing song. Well, there's a P dedication song. That's kind of punk ass, you know, by Helter Skelter standards, but it's still dope. Um But yeah. So check that out. Also just type in Rockness Monster and look at some of the videos that come up. I got a Winter Circle video. I got a circle for BCC. Songs off of the Crownsville album that's out there. 3 videos off of that. It's work out there. You know what I'm saying? So before you get in my comments talking about, yo, you're chatty patty now, and I got to come back on here and tell you shut up. Yeah, just, Rock, you're supposed to be making music, God. We need you back in the booth. I am. Which leads me to another question. Do any of these dudes really be out in the streets? Like these bloggers, right? No, I'm sorry. And let me tread lightly. I'm not trying to attack the vloggers, right? But I just, like I'm questioning a culture, right? I'm examining the culture of blogging, right? You know what I'm saying? Because listen, I don't get all these through the roof numbers. I'm led to believe it's because I'm respectful, right? Like you be disrespectful, you out of here, right? I'm not about to come on here and be nobody I ain't. You understand what I'm saying? So I carry it the way I carry it in real life. You know what I mean? So that it just is what it is. But to all of the dudes who be on here just wild and talking all kind of reckless, do they be outside too? Cause I rap too. I'm not to say that I'm in the streets all day, every day, running around trying. I don't rock with a flock to the shit y'all think is lit. I'm not with it. Let's come with a not with it look. I ain't trying to politic it all the popping mixes. I'm living quietly, copping shit. Mad pliers. It's a lot of grips. Anyway, but I do be outside. I still rap. So I gotta go and make public appearances and this, that, and you understand what I'm saying? I gotta go be a dad. I gotta take my kid to the park. Stuff like that. You niggas who be out here talking wild, crazy, do y'all be going to clubs and stuff like that? Do y'all? I'm just curious. Anyway, made it to the end of this video. Let me get four microphones. No, 4 megaphones for all of the loud talkers. Yeah. Rock on, rock on.